Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Danny. Welcome to the Danny Squad. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video on your way in. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, share this video, and all that good stuff. If you want to join the discussion, I put the link up here. Also, check out my Mink Eyelash Store, affordableminklashes.com. Use the code YouTube for a discount. And then also put the links to my books from Amazon on there. They're 99 cents unless you have Kindle Unlimited. You can read both parts for free. And we're going to get right into the discussion. Today it's going to be on the Belle Collective, Season 1, Episode 4, Bad Brunch Behavior. Now, this was a very, very good episode. Oh my gosh. So we're just gonna get Tamra out of the way. We start out with her. She's meeting with like her career-driven like mentor or friend or whoever you want to call her, Ramona. She's like the GM of a local Fox station in Jackson, Mississippi. She's with her discussing babies and careers and all that. She's like beating a dead horse. I'm tired of her talking about this, and this is only episode 4. She talk about it with every single person like on the show, literally her parents, her ex, friends, now her mentor. Her mentor was telling her that she did push off having kids to the back burner. And then one day she decided she did want to have kids, and then she realized she wasn't married. So with her career and all that, it'd be practically being raised by the nanny. And she didn't want to do that. So now she doesn't have any kids. And she was like, if she would have had a husband or something, it would have been okay. But since her being single, she didn't want to bring a kid into that. And I can understand that. And she said some days she have regrets, some days she doesn't, because she likes her career. So Tamara was just trying to get her insight on that. And that's basically how that conversation went. Then we get Letitia. She meets up on Fair Street with the councilman, some building inspectors, and like the city appraiser or something like that. Now the building she wants, they tell her it's only for lease, and I'm like, but didn't she tell the councilman that the building that she wanted before? They told her it's only for lease, and then she can lease it. Then they can basically discuss it down the line with her buying it because they say it's like a historical building is registered on the historical database or whatever. I feel that they're trying to hoodwink her because let me tell you why. They told her it's 500,000 for the acquisition. They tell her the rental cost is between like 900,000 to 1.5 million dollars. So basically, like over $2 million. I think they're trying to hoodwink her for her to get this building, lease it, get it up to code, spending all her money, and then once everything is up and running and stuff like that, they'll tell her, "Oh no, we're not going to sell the building." And basically, she wasted all her money building up this building. Because basically, if you're leasing a building or like renting out a building, all the construction work and stuff that you do to bring it up to code or like redesign it or whatever, you don't get that money back. So basically, if she was to do all this, I hope she doesn't. She need to be able to buy a building that's available. So she need to try to look at another building on that street if she really wants that street. But I think by them, I really think they're trying to hoodwink her because she's just gonna be wasting basically $2 million down the drain in Jackson, Mississippi. There's no way in the world a building in Jackson, Mississippi is worth $2 million. Come on now, new constructions in major cities don't even cost that much like that. I really do think they're trying to hoodwink her. They're trying to get her to build this building up, and they come in and take it over after she get it all up to code and stuff, and then basically they tell her we're not going to sell it, and that's going to send her like into a frenzy. I know it would. Me wasting $2 million on that building on a dream, and it's basically just still only one building. In the background, we saw like the construction people working on this another building. So I don't know if that has something to do with her or somebody else buying buildings on that street or renovating or whatever. But it's a no for me. I think she should look for another building on the street if she really wants that street. Next, we get Marie in counseling with her son Jerez, and then she plays the tape to the counselor. Whatever he asked the son how did he feel about it. The son said he really didn't see it as like that bad. He didn't see it as bad. He just was like expressing himself. I'm like, you didn't see You cussing your mom out and acting a fool and threatening to beat her as bad, then something wrong with you. Marie exposes that her mother was an addict and left her with her dad, so that explains why the kids always say they're gonna call her daddy on her, like like she a little child or something. And the therapist breaks it down like to the son why he was wrong in basketball terms, and he was able to get it like that. Like, man, y'all athletes, y'all need to quit. Stop acting like y'all don't really know what's wrong and let somebody like break it down in terms of something that you really want to know or care about. But he tells Marie not to record any more calls. Um, I think she still should, just for evidence for him, because he's like one of those kids that's like, if you don't have proof, he's going to deny it to the end. Like if she wouldn't have had that tape, he probably would have denied that ever even happened. But I don't think she should like be running around recording every call. But I think she should. But she don't know when he's going to be explosive either. So I don't know. Then we get Latrice. She's in her little store saying that somebody stole some lashes, and she was telling them to do like some inventory stuff for it or whatever. And she says she's not going to go to Letitia's second brunch, basically because she invited Maurice. And this is the only time we see Latrice in this episode. And we get Antoinette. She meets with Letitia at the Civil Rights Museum. She reveals that she was called the N-word while driving. And then they discuss like the changing of the Confederate flag because like during all the Black Lives Matter and stuff that happened last summer, they decided to change the flag in Mississippi. And she said she doesn't really care for Letitia's brunch, but she still wants her to do well. So, and they was basically like going through all the Black history stuff and all the hangings and stuff like that that happened in Mississippi at the Civil Rights Museum, which was very, very heavy. I don't think I could just go and stuff like that because stuff like that would just really make me mad. Like, um, we get Tambra. I hate her voice. This confessional, she like really amps it up. But she goes on a date with her ex. She say they was together for 16 years and it didn't end bad. So that's why they're still friends and why he's still like friends with her parents. The ex doesn't have kids, but still wants them as well. I think they're basically both just waiting on each other. I think he's just waiting for her to like finally say, "Okay, I want to be with you." Because obviously she know he probably still want to be with her, and she really trying to keep her options open because she's not ready to like just settle for him. I think once she realized that maybe nobody else wants her like that, she'll just go back to him. They'll end up having a baby, or if she really want a baby like that, he probably would donate the sperm and keep the baby while she's working and stuff, and then have the baby over at her parents' house as well as too. So she said it didn't work out because he got too comfortable. Like in the beginning, he was like all loving and like courting her, which how all relationships are. Then he got comfortable, and they weren't really doing that anymore. They were more like friends or whatever. So, and he claimed he wanted to push her to her goals because he see that she was career driven and she really wanted to achieve certain stuff within the career that she wanted to take, and he pushed her towards her goal and helped her get there, which I admire because some men they want to like hold you back and want you in the position that they want you to be in. And then he asked her for a second date, and of course she agreed. Then we get to Letitia's brunch. Now this was like the main part of the episode. The councilman comes by because basically Letitia was going to announce at this brunch that she was about the Ferris Street thing. I don't know if she actually still gonna buy the building or rent the building out, but about the Ferris Street announcement or whatever. Then they do the little affirmations. The councilman were with Kaylin because Antoinette did bring her white friend Kaylin there. And Kaylin was like, because they was like, I'm a strong black woman, something like that. And Kaylin was like, I'm a strong black woman, but then she whispered, but I'm white. But that part was funny to me. And then she asked the councilman what his name was. I forgot what his name was because it's like a very like I don't know weird ghetto name. I don't know, but Timbers was got up and talked about who all experienced racism. It seemed like it was just out of the blue. So they started talking about racism and stuff. And then she was talking about how she was at this gas station and nobody, like a full service gas station because she don't like pump her gas and nobody came out. But when these white old people came out, they came out quick with her and she wrote down whether like she wasn't gonna get service today. And I'm like, girl, why you just didn't go to another one? Like, girl, I ain't finna beg nobody to give them my money. And then Letitia tells her story. Then Antoinette tells her story about she's still discriminated against despite being light skinned because they were like trying to imply that it was only happening to the dark women. And then her white friend Kaylin looks uncomfortable, like the doing this whole like race conversation. And then she got up and leave. So she was basically out there thinking that they're throwing shots at her, saying that not all white people hate all black people and white people don't talk about black people like that. So she was like really in her feelings, I guess, because she didn't want to like, I don't know, be seen like as a racist. So she started saying that so she ended up going back in there because Antoinette talked her off the ledge, telling her, I don't know, trying to explain to her how they felt and all that. Charles basically like babying her. She's go back in there and talk about her great grandfather was Jefferson. Her great great, so I guess two greats. Grandfather was Jefferson Davis. I went and looked him up. So he was the president of the Confederate Army or something like that, Confederate South or something like. And he owned slaves and stuff. So what was the point of her telling everybody that that was her great grandfather, like a slave owner, when they already is talking about racism and all that stuff? So Marie cut her off and was like, this is about Letitia. We're gonna get back to Letitia. I guess Marie ain't want to go on. Ain't want her to go on about her ancestors and all that stuff. But she was like, she was telling about her who her great grandfather was, but it was like she was still sitting there in Friends and talking to black people. So I'm like, so basically you're trying to say, because she was like her family was rooted in Mississippi. So basically you're trying to say, even though my grandfather, my great great grandfather, then was racist, that ain't me because I'm here. I have black friends and I'm here with black people. That's basically kind of like what she was trying to say. So Marie was like, she didn't want to like, they want to get the brunch back to on Letitia. They didn't want to go through that, which I kind of agree. Cause girl, I want to do if they knew who the Jefferson Davis man was when she said it in there. I don't think they probably knew. They probably had to go Google it as well. Because I think Marie probably would have went off even worse than she did when she did it. Because she tried to get the brunch back on Letitia, and Caitlin was like, Marie likes being a center of attention and all this. So I'm like, so if she and then her business partner was like, you don't even know Marie, which she doesn't. So that makes me believe that Antoinette has been around here talking about Marie to her friend for her to know all this stuff. Cause like you never met this lady a day in your life. And then she called Marie a nobody. Like she was really like going off like girl, and it was like oh nobody, like everybody really at that table like really got really really upset, and the councilman he got ready to leave. I guess he saw it was about to be a catastrophe in that place, and he was like he can't be involved with this kind of drama because he is a councilman of the city of Jackson, Mississippi. He didn't say all that, but I'm just assuming that's what he was thinking. And Marie tries to get Kaylin put out, and Kaylin like just still sitting there. And then Kaylin told her to come see her, come to me, or something like that. And she, what you mean, come to me? This ain't 1956, so I don't know what come to me or come see me mean. I guess that was like a term that the white people used when the blacks or the slaves were in trouble with them or something. I don't know. But when she said come to me, that really got Marie like upset. But it was a good episode. I think Kaylin really got upset because she didn't really want to hear how the black women were being treated by the white people, and especially with her family members being slave owners and running the Confederate army or whatever he was, the Confederate president, and actually having slaves. That really triggered her and made her think about probably all the things that they actually that they did to black people back in the day. And she herself is trying to like distinguish herself as being different and not like that. So I think that's probably like why she was feeling like upset. And I think it could be because she was the only white person in the room as well. And then she probably think they were all just like coming at her trying to make them feel bad when basically Tamra opened that discussion up and everybody just was giving their experiences. But I also can get what she was saying about Marie as well, because it seemed like Antoinette opened up the floor for Kaylin to give her reason why she left, because I think somebody had asked her why she left or something like that. And then while Kaylin was trying to explain, that's when Marie interrupted her. But I don't get the point of her referencing her slave owning great grandfather. And I wonder if any of them. I hope when the reunion come, if any of them knew who he was when she said the name, because that would really like set it off. That and telling Marie to come here or come see her or something like that. But this was a very good episode. Carlos King, you got you another hit on your hand. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's all I have for now, unless anybody want to hit the link to come up and discuss. If not, we're going to close it out, and I will be back tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Stay tuned for that. You will see a scheduled live. So if you want to come up and we could talk about that as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video. All my social media and everything is down below. If you want to donate to the channel, I have my PayPal email down there, and I also have my Cash App, and I will be using it for stuff to upgrade the channel. I will be having live discussion every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. We can come in and talk about determined topics or whatever you guys want to talk about. You will be seeing a scheduled live for that. Yeah, so stay tuned for my Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I will be doing Love After Lockup as well tomorrow on Monday, February the 8th. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.